Hold up. Yeah, Isaac usually does it. I think he's with us. I'm not sure. We got his picture, like his memorial. He might have passed. He was out in on a cruise, so we might have lost him at sea in a shipwreck. Yo, Isaac, where you at, bro? You got me out here dolo.
Currently, I'm
Okay,
having some
all right.
technical difficulties,
Okay, but we hear
family.
you. We hear you though.
Can you hear
Cool.
me?
I hear you. At
Yeah,
least
yeah, yeah. Give me a second. I gotta figure
speaking
this
to
out.
us from the heavens. How's everybody doing tonight? Chilling, chilling. Let's see. Ooh, what a day. I'm tired. Pop's laughing. Isaac, yo, he's gone, Pops. He's at sea. He's still in the ocean. Man, how's everybody doing though? Um, this is. I wonder if I gotta take him off screen for now because that looks a little bit better, and I'll just talk to you guys. What's up, Esther? Welcome, welcome. Just saw you a little bit ago. Miss Judith. Hola, hola. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody had a good Sunday. Everybody had a good service at church. I was thinking about talking a little bit about, I don't know. Hey,
I don't know how long it'll
welcome back.
last.
Why? What's going on with it?
I don't know. It's just knocking
This is
off.
the
It's
this is the
acting very
best part,
weird.
people, about live streaming, right? This is the difference. There's a joke where everybody's like, "Yo, we have a podcast." I try to tell people, like, "Nah, it's not a podcast. It's just a live stream." Ideally, we just come on, we chat with everybody, and let everybody dictate the conversation. And hiccups like this go on, and we have a good time. We don't really have like a organized structure. We're just basically hanging out. We want to have a community versus like a Bible study. That's the difference. But things
Yeah,
like this happen on live stream.
we'll
Yo,
see.
what is it?
I'm
Is it
in the
like
dark.
overheating?
No, I think the settings have been like reset, like on my camera. So everything I've set
All right, so
has
just say it's good. I could run it for like 10 minutes, take your camera off, and then try to get your settings back. At least I
yeah,
think what's happening is just like the quick sleep mode or whatever. I'll take you off the top or whatever. While he handles that, he'll get it together. Um, yeah, this is fun. Fun, 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 fun time. So I know he went away with the fam, went on a cruise, which is nice. Me and my wife and kids yesterday went to Disney Springs, had a good time out there. We at Planet Hollywood. They'd never been there. My kids are a bunch of like movie junkies, so they love the cinema. So it was cool to see, like, I don't know if you guys ever been there, but they have like actual props from the movies on display that, certain movies, not a lot of them. It wasn't crazy. I feel like they had more back in the day, but uh they enjoyed it. It was cool. Went out there, had a good time, walked around downtown Disney. Well, Disney Springs. They don't call it downtown Disney no more. Tells you how long I've been in Orlando for. Long time. Long, long time. Downtown Disney. But yeah, so spending time with the fam is always important. And obviously I'm just trying to navigate this convo dolo. So like I was saying, I was thinking about maybe talking about amazing weather. Yes, it's been nice. It's getting a little too warm though. I like it when it's a little cooler, but it's still not hot. So at night it's definitely still nice. It's still chilly. So that's cool. How was it out there in the ocean? It's got to still be cold, right? Around this time, I assume. Yeah, because I got married in March and we went on a honeymoon. I think it was like March 24th on a cruise in the water. Um, when we went back in 2013, it was still cold. We didn't get to like do a lot, but I've been in Florida my whole life. I was born here, pops. I was born in Florida. I moved and lived in Puerto Rico for like a few years when I was a kid. I think like in preschool. Um, then I lived in Jersey for a little bit after that, and I came back by the time I was in second grade, and I've been here ever since. So I was actually born here, left for a little bit, and came back. So been in Florida a long, long time. What up, bro? Welcome
round
back.
two. Let's try this.
How long this lasts is all good. We'll see.
I think you're right. It had a 2-minute like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The sleep marker or whatever.
I don't know why it reset. I mean, I wonder if I lost power in my house or while I was
Maybe.
away. I wasn't expecting all that.
She said the water was cold, but the weather was warm, so it worked out. Dope. Oh yeah, the water's probably still cold though. In some of the spots, the wind is still hitting. What part of Jersey? I lived in Freehold. But we also had a few months and some family out in like Garfield where we used to stay for a little bit. But yeah, so mostly Freehold, little countryside. It was nice though. It was different culture. Helped me at a young age, kind of like I always tell my kids in my like how different it is now. Like in Jersey, when I was, I don't know, first grade, it had to be first grade. I was just out all day. Like I remember like being in other people's apartments and just as a kid, like no parental vision, just like leave at this time and then come back by the time it's dark. Such a young age is wild to me because I see my kids at this age I like I would never let my kids go like be out there at so young, but it was just like everybody was doing it and had a lot of like Italian friends and different cultures. When I came to Florida, it wasn't as much um a variety. You know, it was either like you're from the South or there was a lot of people from New York. Those were like the two things when I came back in Florida. But in Jersey, it was like very diverse.
How long were you there for?
2 years, but it was like an impactful 2 years. Like for some reason, my memory like remembers a lot when I was in Jersey out there. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah, dope, crazy. I remember
Whew.
like my sister used to go out surfing in like the dirt, like the waters of Jersey. You know, it's not the best beaches or whatever, but it was like cold. Things like that, man, that always like stuck to me. She was very like social. You know, I was like, oh, walking about elementary, just being out there with all the kids out there in the neighborhood. And then you come to Florida and it's like you have one neighbor, maybe it's a kid, but there's like no neighborhoods. Like you got to drive everywhere. You know what I mean? It's a different environment out here.
If I'm doing this,
It's auto focusing.
no, no, no. If I'm doing this is because I feel like I'm still on the ship. Yeah.
How was it, bro?
What's up, family? I'm here. I think we're good. I think I figured it out. Yeah, man. We just got off the boat this morning. we had breakfast as early as 6:45.
Mm,
And then right after breakfast we headed out and then it was like an hour drive back. But 4 days, man. 4 days out there on that boat, man.
that's a nice
The,
number.
yeah, the Disney so they have multiple ships, but we were on the Fantasy
You were Disney cruise?
Disney cruise.
Oh, how was that? I forgot you had mentioned that. Now that you said it,
Yeah.
it kinda, like, hit the back of my head, like, "Wait, I think he did mention
Yeah.
something." That's
so
dope.
so I
I
only
hear it's
ever
fire.
been yeah, I only ever been on the Carnival.
Okay.
And it was like it
Yeah,
was
no.
just to see what cruises were, to see whether or not we liked them. So, Carnival is priced right. Um, but this one was we saved quite a bit just to go out there and to see what the hype was about because a lot of people had said that if you go on a Disney cruise, you're messing it up for all the other cruises because nothing can really compare.
Yeah, I've heard something like
And
that.
so I walked in with that, understanding of the cruise, and we all did really. And then but man, it was very, very, very there's a lot. I think there's so much on that cruise. I wanna say that we probably only handled maybe, like, on the boat, 70%. We tried to hit, like, 70% of the things you
70% of it.
can do.
Right, right, right.
Right. There's shows, there's they got
How's the service? I
theaters.
hear when you walk in and they
Service
greet
is
you,
crazy.
it's
Service
good?
is probably is identical, I think even better than, like, regular, like, Disney.
Like the theme
Like,
parks, they're like, everybody's
he's
greeting you, everybody's
above and beyond, bro.
right. That's what they
Um,
say. That's why a lot of people like it
yeah.
as much because it's
So,
like
check this
great
out.
experience, yeah.
I don't know, the technology is what floored me, right? Paying attention to how the technology is utilized, and so, as we're reporting to go onto the boat, we had to walk a couple ways from where we, like, scanned our birth certificates and then finally to port on the boat. So there's a checkpoint right before you get onto the bridge to the boat, and we're scanning our stuff. And the lady goes to my wife. She's like, "Oh, there's a message here for you." And she's looking like her little digital pad, and she's like, "Oh yeah, it looks like you dropped your ID on the way from the." And I said, "What?" And I said, "How did they even know?" Like, I'm telling you, this must have been like in the 3-minute time frame that they found her ID. They hit the message on whatever system they had, stopped us before we got on the port, put us in a waiting section. They went and grabbed the ID because I guess my wife she had a folder and it slipped out.
Right, 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 yeah.
And so, bro, the tech on that was crazy. I'm like, how
Fire.
just so fast, rapid. They put us in the holding section. They went and got the ID themselves. They told us the way we'll get it. Like the customer service is next level, bro.
Yeah, that's
And
what I
so,
think that's what they pride themselves on as a
oh
cruise
man,
ship. Like, they
yeah,
make you feel at home, they greet you, the kids, everybody feel like you have a
that's
good
just
time.
one.
Right,
That's
that's
just
one
one
aspect of it. Yeah, yeah,
one
yeah.
aspect. Then, of course, you have your servers and waiters that are with you every night as you're eating, and they go from each restaurant with you and around.
Mm.
And we had some accommodations that needed to be done for my youngest son, Luca. And man, they listened to everything, man. They went above and beyond. My son has like a particular diet, he's very picky. They left a restaurant to go get a specific type of fries that he only eats. And so they go to this,
That's cool.
like, it's
Right,
like 7 floors up to go grab it from a different made
right.
fresh, to bring it down, to have it there before we even sit down on the table.
That's the
Crazy.
one thing that I've heard consistently from different families I've heard that got on it. They always have some type of experience like that where the cast is like going above and beyond and just doing something where it's like magical. Disney always has that
Yeah,
touch. I don't know what it is. My wife loves going out there because just so you always get that vibe no matter where you're going.
incredible, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much consistent throughout all of it, man. A lot of the customer service did revolve around just like their basic customer service is fantastic, but then like the extra mile they went for my son was just like they left a special place in my heart. You know what I mean? I think
Right.
me and my
That's
wife,
the goal.
just to be a little open with the chat, family, my family. My youngest son, he's on the spectrum, but he has some behavioral like things like it's hard for him to express, and so he'll get emotional. He can kind of pour out, and we were so anxious about how that was going to present on
Mm.
this cruise ship.
Are
And
you gonna enjoy it?
so,
Yeah.
like, although we like, it's vacation, but it was like, it's vacation with our son that, we want to know how and what he can handle. And so it was a test in that way. But I want to say, man, with all the accommodations that they made, man, I think there was just one bigger instance um, that they even still went out their way. So there's like a splash pad that my son's seen, and it was a Nemo splash pad. And so
Get
there
it.
was like all the fish, but there was one character in there that he's seen while we had him in the stroller that he locked in on. And so the whole cruise, like, we're going, and he kept saying pink octopus, pink octopus. And nobody knew what we were talking about. We thought maybe saw it in the store or something. And bro, we go like 3 days in, P. We're trying to figure out why he kept saying pink octopus. And sure enough, he found it. It was the splash pad that's glassed in, right? And it was only for 4-year-olds and under. My son's 5.
Mm.
And so they didn't bro, he was so dead set on going in there. He goes to the exit door, he rattles it. He finds his way in. So
Right.
I go behind him, and I'm like, I guess I'm in here until they yank me out. And
Right, right,
so the
right.
lifeguard came and he's like, "Hey, is this your son?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, how old is he?" I didn't lie. I'm like, "Oh, he's 5 years old, but he's on the spectrum and stuff." So he's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, but the 5-year-olds and up, they have to go up to the splash pad on the top." And then I took my son to it, and I was like, "No, I understand." I took him, so he did not want nothing to do with it. So unfortunately, my mother-in-law goes and starts speaking to, the people, lifeguard people, and I guess there's a lead or.
Mhm, mhm, right.
And sure enough, man, after a little bit of talking to him, they allowed him to go on the splash pad. And bro, this kid was like in heaven.
Right. That's all he wanted was the
They
pink.
made the accommodation and allowed us on there, which was
Oh,
great. We didn't expect that. So, I mean, it's all those little things, man, that kind of just left the imprint on our heart that I feel like, and my wife will agree that it's probably what was needed for us as a family.
nice. That's
Um,
important. That's the best
and
part. That's the
I don't
most
know
important
if we'll
part.
find that in any other cruise line.
Right. You probably won't,
But
to be honest. Yeah.
right.
Because I mean, we've
So
been on Royal Caribbean and it's nice and they have like good service, but it's not like that above and beyond. It's just good. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like, which is cool, which is great.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I like Royal Caribbean or whatever. But like I said, I know people who go, even adults who go without kids, who
Hmm.
want to go and just go on the Disney cruise just because the experience, like
Yeah.
everything else. So that's dope, man. That's cool. I'm glad you guys had a good time. You guys
Yes. So
deserve
many,
it.
so many things, man.
The
I can go
fan,
on and on about
how
this
old is
thing.
G? G's what now?
He's
11?
11.
Right. So still, they're still perfect age where they'll never forget that
He was
moment.
enjoying every second of
Yeah,
it.
he was in heaven. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the waiter, he was so good with him, you know what I mean? Like, they focused a lot on the kids, which was great.
Right.
Um, but you could just tell he just had a smile from here to here the whole way. It was
That's
cool.
cool, man. That's cool. Hopefully, we can take the kids. I got a plan for that. I think that'll be worth it. That'd
Yeah,
be cool, man.
I can see why nothing kind of touches it. On a more technical level, I mean, the tech and again, I can't compare it to much, but the tech, the artistry, this is a fantasy, so it's like a little bit enchanted, royal-ish. So you have like cool artwork throughout, but like deck levels so they can play, switch, like cool digital things, bro. I mean, it goes on and on and on, bro.
How
It's
was the
just
island? You went to the island, right?
Island was my favorite.
Yeah. Fire.
The the island was my favorite.
No.
So I'm very tropical. I love the beach. That's kind of like my thing. I love swimming out there and fishing, doing all that stuff. But this exclusive island from Disney is called Lookout Cay Island, and man, I'm telling you, man. People say talk about clear water, like oh man, it's the clearest water I've ever seen. I'm not joking, bro. I had to grab it and look at it and like how because
Yeah.
I'd
I've
never
been in
seen
water
anything
like
like this.
that.
It's
I feel
incredible,
you.
bro.
So I've been out to Panama City. I don't know if you've seen the Gulf of. So it's different
Hmm.
than like the beaches out in the lower part of the Gulf, the higher
Yeah,
part up there. Yo, the water's like it's incredibly clear.
it's
Like
insane.
I had a camera from like we were staying in like the 14th story, and I had a
Mhm.
zoom camera, and I was just zooming in to some just random person's feet through the water just to show people like from all the way up here, my camera can see this man's toes because
Yes.
the water is just it's just you can't see it. It's just
Yeah.
clear. It's wild.
Yeah, bro.
Beautiful water. Yeah.
It was the sight to see, but, it was cold. Um, the
Right.
water is like if I can compare it to anything, it was like Wekiva Springs. If anybody's ever been to Wekiva Springs, how that very shocking cold water,
It was
it was like
cold
that,
because it's still close to winter. Yeah. We're still
but there
winter
was there
time. Yeah.
wasn't yeah, there wasn't a cloud in the sky. So it was constant sun, but cold water, and then, like, after you adjusted to it,
You
it
get a
was
little
smooth sailing.
right, you get used to it. Yeah.
So, there was like a little section off where you would go and snorkel, and people would buy snorkeling gear, the inflatable, classic snorkeling gear to go and, check the fish out. And I didn't want to get it, but I
Too
go and
cold. Oh,
I
you
see
got it?
fish like swim up right up to me. You know what I'm
Walk
saying?
up. Yo,
Fish,
your fish Disney's
yeah,
fish is walking is
yeah, bro,
crazy.
mutated.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, they got feet.
but
Oh man.
so I go and my son, he had his mask, and I'm like, "Yo, G, let me get your mask." So I had this kid's mask on, and so I go and I'm a good swimmer, bro. I'll go swim out there. So I went all the way to where everybody was snorkeling with no snorkel gear, just the goggles, and I'm like checking out the reefs and the fish, and I'm like, and I'm going again, and then finally I swim back. Man, that was a blast, bro. It was a blast, bro.
Cool,
It
man.
it was incredible, man. That whole
You feel
thing.
like 4 days was enough?
So oddly enough, yes, because
Right. I
something
think it's a
starts to
good enough.
happen towards that fourth day.
Yup.
And, it's like this weird exhaustion where, yeah, you have a comfy bed, which by the way, it was all comfortable, the bed was comfortable, the housekeeping was incredible, they kept everything, but there's just like this weird exhaustion,
I hear
like, that
you.
starts to settle in that you're like, "Oh, man," and, when your parents are kids, you kinda want your kids to kinda relax and chill, um, and so that's kinda like what it was, but
Yeah, I've been on a 7-day cruise before, and I felt like it was too long. By day 5, yeah, I'm just like, I'm ready to go home. Like, it's
yeah,
cool. You're still having fun, But I think like a 4 day, 5 days, like a perfect number. You don't need to go beyond that.
Yeah, for sure. 4 days is good. I'll tell you what, man. I mean, I think we want to go again. You know,
Yeah.
I think we're ready
That's
to.
why. Book another one.
I
That's
think
why
it.
they do it, bro. They're smart. It's literally why they do it.
Right.
Once you
They
go
hook
on
you.
them with them, you're never gonna want to go nowhere else. If you're
Yeah.
going
So
cruising,
for us though,
Disney
as a
Cruise it is.
family, I think it's the best situation for our family
Right,
to
right, right.
be able to vacation and have everything we need and the accommodations we need. Disney blew it out the park, and I will say this, family, and I'm not a hater of Disney. I'm not a Disney guy,
Right. You
but that
weren't.
cruise line has
You
changed a
weren't a
lot in me.
Disney guy. You
Yeah, yeah,
are
yeah.
now. You're gonna
Has
go to Disney different now.
I still much rather the cruise line by far than the
Right, right, right.
parks.
Right, right, right.
So they've won me over in that for sure. Yeah,
Dope, man. Dope, dope, dope. How else has everything else been, man? You guys just got
yeah,
back today, right? So you haven't even had.
yeah. I'm still moving, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I
Everything's
still
still.
feel it. I felt like I was like wobbling.
Nobody
when I
got
got home.
seasick over there. That's one of
No,
my like. Usually when I go on, I go over prepared. I wear like the little bracelet that helps with the
oh
motion
really?
sickness. I put the little
Yeah.
drops in my ears. I take the pill.
There's
I
like a
take like all
patch.
three because I don't like to be seasick. So I make sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've seen people with the patches out there.
Little things.
Now I
Yeah.
usually get like again, like I'm a fisherman, so I've been on boats a lot of times, and I don't have an issue with that. But none of our family. I think again, it's probably just because of the nature of how big that boat is. One of the mid-sized level boats, so you're feeling the rocking, but it's just minimal. It's so minimal.
Right.
Um,
Also, it's the time of year because the water's
yeah,
choppy right
right,
now.
right,
That's the
right.
problem. So it's like when you
So
go out this year, even with the
it was
big
good.
boats, you feel it. That's dope though. That's good, man.
Yeah, it was good. So yeah, that wasn't that didn't mess none of us up. If anything, it was upset stomach from probably overeating.
Yeah.
I
Eating
feel it, bro.
pizza
I
all
feel
night.
it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Woo.
They have the all you can eat, right? No matter what time, they have something.
Yeah, it's around the clock,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. You can always have something. What
Always.
I think was another thing for my son loves ice cream, and so if there was anything behavioral or something like hit the soft serve,
Yep.
and he was happy again.
Good.
So
Just eat this. We're on a cruise.
yeah, yeah,
We
yeah,
chilling. He's like, all
yeah,
right, I'm over
yeah.
it. That's cool.
Yeah. My son lost his goggles and my wife left her shirt behind on the deck. And she's like, oh, man, we lost it, whatever. So we go up after we do this like Broadway show. It was like an incredible production inside the ship. That's just what floors me. Is like, how is this auditorium in this boat? Like, it's crazy.
Right.
And so we do that. And I'm like, gee, you want to go get something to drink? And he was like, yeah, yeah, I'm thirsty. So we go all the way from like deck 3 to deck 11. And then we get drinks, drinks is 24/7. And he's like, "Are these my goggles?" So what they do is like anything found on the deck, they put it on a table, but they put it smartly by the drinks. And so G's like, "Are these my goggles?" I'm like, "Yeah, these are goggles." And he was like, "Oh, let's look for mommy's shirt." And then like, boom, we found her shirt too. It was all there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just
That's
smart, man, how
dope.
they move. They move smart.
Right, right, right.
But
That's cool,
yeah,
man.
man, we had a
Dope,
good
dope,
time,
dope.
man.
That's good, man. Glad you guys enjoyed it, man. For
Yeah,
real.
I told P we're
Family
doing a
time is
worthy
important.
conversation cruise. I'm not paying for
Isaac's
that.
paying for everybody.
I said it already. I'm not paying for that.
And Disney, he's paying
I
everybody Disney cruise.
How wild would that be? That'd be so cool, bro.
Crazy.
Anybody
Everybody
hits the
right now
lotto.
listening to the stream is like looking at Disney cruise prices. They're trying to see like, yo, when can we book it?
Yeah.
Who's on the Disney cruise page? Be honest. Come on.
Yeah, there's themed boats too, P. So look into that. If you really are, look into that. See what kind of like fits what your kids like.
I wasn't thinking about it, bro, but just hearing
See?
your experience, I'm like in my mind, like, because I'm thinking like, man, I want to do something with the fam. I was thinking about my kids never been to New York. That's where my wife is from.
Okay.
So we want to take them maybe out
Shout out
there,
New York. Shout out New York.
get them some pizza, see the neighborhood Jess grew up in, you know, stuff like that. But then I'm like, man, or should we do
Good.
something like the Disney cruise? I don't know what's the next move gonna be. We got a
Yeah.
little while to plan, so we'll figure it out.
New York is cool. A different type of trip. Because I'm from
They've been dying to go, yeah.
New York as well. So like going up there back in the day used to be fun because you used to have a lot of family that lived out there. So you jump from house to house, cousins, aunts, almost everybody has migrated out here as far as my family goes. So like only a few have remained.
Yeah,
out there.
we
So
will do like the touristy things, take them to see the
yeah,
statue. You know what I'm
Manhattan,
saying,
maybe.
man? Right, all the other stuff. Get some pizza
Yeah,
everywhere, whatever. Just like a
pizza,
weekend or
man.
something. Nothing crazy.
I love that pizza out there. It's incredible.
Yeah, Jess grew up like by like one of the best pizza places ever, dude. Brothers Pizza out in Staten Island.
Whew,
I went out there with her once and
next level.
fire. Yeah, yeah,
There's one
legit.
we always go to in Manhattan. We walk to, and I don't know what they do to it, bro. They got it. They got the sauce, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you saying. Yeah, they're like the perfect age, the boys right now
Hmm.
for a New York trip. See that stuff.
Yes.
Another trip which would be dope if I did go to New York, maybe I would combine it because I did this when I was younger too. Is go to Washington D.C.
Mhm.
So hit New York up for like a day or
DC
two.
has a lot.
Then you have all the memorials out there, the things. It's
We
another
did
dope
it.
trip. Yeah,
It's
it's a
it's a
fire
lot.
trip. It's a
It's
lot. Yeah, yeah.
cool, and it's not too far away from each other. All the things either,
That's what I'm
which is
saying. Yeah,
cool. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Maybe
awesome.
a 3 4 day or something. Who knows?
Yeah, the cruises are just maximum lazy, bro.
Chilling, eating. Like you said,
It's
you
just
eating all day. It's the best. The vibe is
I told
dope.
you I have an issue with buffet, like all you can eat. I have a problem with it, and my wife called me out like 6 times, and I'm like, it's not me. It's just I can't be around endless food. It's a problem.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. You see me eat wings, dog. Come on.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, all you
it's a
can eat.
condition.
When we go to eat all you can eat, yeah, we gonna eat for sure.
Yeah.
That's dope. Man. That's
My
dope.
mother-in-law and father-in-law had a good time too. They were
Oh, they went too.
yeah, they were
Oh,
with us. We
dope.
had a stateroom, so
I thought it was just
they
you four.
nah, they
That's
it was 6 of
cool.
us. So we got blessed with, like, having to explore the night, she stayed with the kids, and we had to, um,
Cool,
got
cool.
to explore the night, the night for the adult things, and just whatever they had shows. It was a cool, like, trivia place that we went to, so but it's like, again, there's just so much that we only scratched the surface, like, it's just insane.
Right. It's a lot. Senya
What's
said
up with
to visit
chat?
The Bible Museum. Yes, I heard of
Yeah,
that. That'll be dope too. I think that's in the same area out there, right? Like
yeah.
Washington? Maybe not.
Yeah, it's out there. I think that's the one thing we didn't do because we didn't know about it when we went.
I've heard it's good, man. I heard it's real good.
Yeah.
I want to check it out. Yeah, stuff like that, man. But then you hear a cruise. That's what I'm saying. That's what makes it hard because then you hear the experience of the cruise and it's like lazy, lazy fun sounds great to me.
You
All
know?
you can eat, chilling. Yeah, man. God is real.
Yeah. Judy she reminds me, like, fun in the sun, enjoying what God's given us. Like, you do reflect on kind of like, because, I've been to Italy and things like that. And there's been some sightseeing that I've done that I'm like, man, when you go to Italy, it's almost like, wow, look at like what man has done, because Venice is all man built, and all these aqueducts that we created in Rome and all the Colosseums, like all what man did. But like when you're out there in the cruise, like when you see like the beauty of nature, like you're like, man, God,
Yeah,
like what an
yeah,
artist you are. Because
yeah.
this is incredible. Yeah, it's beautiful, man. I think me and the water are connected. I don't go out there enough.
This man's the male version of Moana. Moano.
For
Moano.
sure, Moano. Moano.
Yo.
That
This
probably doesn't
guy.
mean something good.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe not. I don't speak whatever that language is.
Moano.
Moano.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Like where in the deck, or like in the main deck where the pools are, the kid pool and more of like an adult pool slash kids. Then there was like a private adult. Crazy.
Mm,
But where the kids are, they had a massive screen, bro. And so
watching
they're playing
movies.
movies all the time. They have a kind of a stage there where the characters that come on. They did the onboard kind of like celebratory thing.
Dope.
They did Pirate Night, which is like Pirates of the Caribbean thing. And they did fireworks tonight, bro, in the middle of the ocean, a firework display.
Bro, think about the people who work there.
Crazy.
They don't get off that shit for months.
Bro,
Like
I have a
as
funny story.
people are leaving, they're getting ready
Yeah.
for the next group to come
Yep.
through and just they're back at it again, man. That's a
It's
wild
like
life.
my Judy was speaking to one, but I think what I overheard was like some do like 3 months at a time
Right.
deals. So they'll work for 3 months and then they're off for a good amount of time, a couple months. So like a seasonal thing. I don't know exactly, but something like that. But a funny story is that there's, I don't know if you know this, but like I feel like when you go on a cruise, I've only been on two, but there's always like this one person you keep seeing everywhere. And one of these persons happens to be one of their workers. Now, this guy I was following the whole time because I seen them in the welcoming, like the opening welcoming, like they had a whole dance routine, bro. And they have the cast people in costume, but he didn't have the costume. And I seen him and I'm like, oh, that's cool. The next day, oh, he's cleaning up tables. The next day he's serving food. The next day he's taking orders. And then I kept seeing him everywhere. Like, this guy's job is insane. Then he was in the Broadway show me and my son saw at the end.
That's
And this
funny.
guy is
Yo,
doing like actual full dance routines. I'm like, this guy does everything, bro.
that's hilarious. Yo,
Crazy. What a
Slough
job.
House. He said, I thought this was about drifting. It is about drifting because I had put that picture up, but we're talking about drifting away from
I
God's
didn't even get to
calling.
see. I didn't
Yeah,
even get to see
I put the
the
whip with the
thumbnail.
drift. Ski, ski.
Let me
But we're
see.
talking
Let
about
me
just
see.
drifting away from God. So it's in the title there and everything. I apologize if the image threw you off a little.
All
But you're
good.
welcome to stay, bro. We're gonna get into that a little bit later.
Nah, I do want to look at the thumbnail. You always
That's
got the fire
funny though.
thumbnails,
That's
bro.
hilarious.
See where it's at.
Show race cars. Yo, pull out a race car,
I
bro.
did see the drifting. That's hilarious.
Go ahead, bro. Pull a race car for my man. Let him see the whips. What whips you like? Tokyo
Oh,
Drift, man. Fast and Furious Part 3, bro. I used to love that movie.
that was a good one.
It was
That was
like
a good
different
one,
from
man.
the other franchise or whatever. It had like a different vibe, but it's cool.
Yeah, that franchise was wild too, though. Like, it
Still
started getting
going, bro.
crazy. Started being action
Still
packed.
going, bro.
Yo,
Wow.
rest in peace, Paul Walker, man. I'm still heartbroken about that. But yeah, drifting.
Were we live streaming when that happened? No.
What Paul?
Yeah, that was a long time ago, right?
That was a lot of years ago. Yeah.
Bro, why did I just have like a flashback, like a deja vu that we were talking about in the live stream?
There was another gentleman who was the creator of Call of Duty games who kind of like lost his life in the same way.
Nah, but I felt like I just had a flashback, like when we first started our live stream, and we were talking about, yo, your camera's breathing wild.
Yeah, bro.
Or did you knock it? Maybe it's like rocking from the table.
No, it's focus breathing. I'm telling you, the settings are crazy. Look, I even look darker now.
That's funny.
Got to deal with the family.
That's hilarious.
But no, I don't think we ever talked about that.
Nah, I don't. I'm pretty sure we didn't. I felt like I just had a flashback of like we were live while it like just happened, and we were talking about it. Weird.
That was I felt bad my heart was broken for that. Yeah, because it's weird. Like, Paul Walker was the type of on-screen presence that I always say this to everybody. I mean, he was one of those actors that you just wanted to chill with and be like, yo, like, I want to sit beside you and be in the table of your group of people because like you were such a cool dude on screen. You know what I mean? A little bit of a bromance, I guess. But
funny.
focus
He
breathing.
just wanted a tuna sandwich, bro. That's all.
Yeah. And
Just
then
wanted the
and he
tuna.
lost his life, bro. I'm like, yo, too soon. Give me a second, family. I'm trying to adjust some things. But yeah, man, you want to get into this topic, P?
I mean, I was just trying to think about something that was on my heart not that long ago, and like I said, I don't really want to make this live stream feel like a study, right? That's what makes us different. We're not a podcast. We just vibing and chilling, but until we get more engagement and chat and all that, broader audience. Oh, hold up, real quick.
Oh.
That just reminded me, bro. We haven't talked to the chat. That on YouTube we hit 100 subscribers, bro.
Yo,
100. The 100.
Let's go.
That's a little milestone, man. So thank you
101
everybody
right
for
now.
joining.
101 Dalmatians.
Thank you guys for always being on. Yeah, man, that's cool. That's dope.
Yeah, that's a
appreciate it.
huge milestone to me. 100 subs, because like I think about it, like if all of these subs were online right now and they were following the stream right now, that's incredible. It's a small church. More. I know a church
Right.
is smaller than that.
Every time you say that, I forget, and I never think of it that way. But you're right.
101 people in a room.
Yeah.
Listening to this stream here.
Dope, man.
God is good, man. We thank you guys 100%. That's an awesome milestone. I want to do a giveaway. I want to do a giveaway for 100.
Isaac loves giveaways.
But I want to do it proper.
Right. We have to plan something out.
I want to do it proper. I'm just back. I'm getting in the swing of things. We can do that giveaway. Give me some time. Next Sunday would be perfect.
And we were
Yeah.
gonna do, what was the other thing we were gonna do? I forgot the game you had said. I know
Oh,
you
the
haven't had
Kahoot.
time. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
the
we gotta set up a
Kahoot.
Kahoot. We gotta do something. Maybe do like a
Maybe
special
there you
100 and
go. 100
100
sub
sub
Kahoot competition.
right, kind of like
Giveaway
celebration. But it
slash
doesn't have to be
whatever.
next week. Just depends on how long it takes you to get
Yeah.
everything set up. So give yourself time, man. A couple weeks, whatever. At the end of the month of March.
The 3D printing never ends, my family. I printed these for my son for the boat ride. See if we can.
Oh, those are dope.
Yeah, this is a little
He must love it, yo.
dinosaur.
Dad is like one of
These
Santa's
are
elves.
these are
So dad just
printed
be
in
popping toys out.
yeah, these are printed
That's
in
dope.
place. So they just pop off the build plate, print plate, and that's it. And they can stand up and all types of stuff. Yeah, pretty cool.
He loves
The
them, huh?
Ankylosaurus is his favorite. This is an
Yeah,
Ankylosaurus. So
that's dope, man.
cool stuff.
That's really cool.
Never gets old.
Right. Impressive.
Yeah,
3D printing is dope.
real fun. But yeah, I want to do a proper giveaway for that. So I'm gonna get creative on that end. But man, 100 subs, P.
Crazy, man.
I'm honored.
Crazy, right? Wow.
We started this channel in August, and we got 100 subs already. Family and friends, and some not actually. A couple students of mine's, friends, people I've passed, and
Couple
it's cool,
people who
man.
thought we were talking about drifting,
Yeah,
people like that coming through.
yeah, the drifters.
The drifters, yeah. I like it.
My dog's barking.
He wants to get. He's congratulating us for the 100.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Just an order coming in. Gotta make sure. But yeah, I always think about that, man. 100 people in a small room, and that's incredible, man. I'm honored. Again, FM. This is a dream that I was gonna let go. P revived me. I was literally gonna walk away from the idea of doing any of stream, and now, like, I can't tell you how much fun it is to be able to do this, to have this somewhat of a dream come to fruition in a way. And man, keep letting God use it.
Amen,
Who
man.
knows? But we hope. Number one thing is I'm hoping that we continue to bless you guys, in any way, whether it's word, whether it's just community, whatever it is. We thank y'all for hanging out here. It's been great.
Amen.
Been great.
Amen. Now to kind of transition to kind of what I was thinking. At least we could talk about it maybe like 10 minutes or so, whatever.
Mhm.
I know you're just coming back from the cruise or whatever, but how you were talking about in the cruise, looking around and seeing like God's miracle, just his artistry. Like what happens to us after so many years of being in the faith where like things stop seeming so miraculous, especially like new believers coming to church and just like, yo, them confessing. Sometimes I feel like we might feel like, oh, they don't know how hard it's about to be. Or like, oh man, like, hopefully they don't experience this church hurt, which is such a
Yeah.
problem right now, man. I feel like there's so much church hurt. There's so much going on in churches. I was talking to you, like, bro, I'm about to like, I don't know. It's wild, man. There's so much happening that we can't overlook. But the longer we're in the faith, it's like it's so easy to get stagnant. It's so easy to just drift away, which is what the title was of like those things that was our first love, what God talks about in Revelations.
Yeah.
That he's like Revelations 2, 4, 5, he's like, you left your first love, remember, repent, and do the works that you did at first. Like that thing that we were on fire for in the beginning, like it's so easy to lose in the middle of everything going on and the busyness of life. And then we had to start getting encouraged. It's like, yo, we've been in faith for so long, and we're like, yo, we need the pastors or whoever to build us up. But at this point, it's like, yo, we should be remembering what it's all about. And there's this one verse in the Bible that always sticks out to me, and it's the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. But that verse is talking about going out and bringing people from destruction, from the lost into God's kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And helping to make that transition, bringing them to the light from the darkness. And I feel like that's old. That's we gotta constantly remind ourselves like that's gotta be at the center
Yeah.
of what we're called to do. Like Paul's mission when he was building churches and all that, it wasn't just to like establish a certain group and leave them and have them keep growing and not keep growing with numbers wise, but keep growing spiritually. It's like, nah, it's about continuing to go out and grab the lost, continuing to multiply the numbers of the church daily, not just the ones we have, we keep and we just keep growing up and we're not expanding. Um,
Yeah.
I feel like if we dive into that and we have our minds into that and we bring that passion back, it's like we find purpose in our life. We find fulfillment. We don't get as easily distracted into the world around us and to things that don't matter, TV and social media and all this crap. It's like, yo,
Yeah.
we could focus and I don't know. That was just on my heart. So didn't flush it all the way through, but it was just there and I just wanted to
No,
talk about it,
we
man.
we we can flesh this one out. I like this. I like this topic. Um, I feel like there's a lot to unpack here for me personally. So I like exactly where your mind's at with this. Um, this might be long winded for me,
Dale.
but help me. um, so the whole drifting element of drifting, it, it always seems to me to be like some type of a relationship, like, right? So you were closer to Christ, and sometimes we feel farther away from Christ. But I think sometimes we also can allude to the refocusing, and I like that word refocusing because I feel like, especially somebody who can be very zealous for the faith. Um, I'm going to take this to denomination. Okay. No matter what denomination you come in from, whatever angle it is, Pentecostal, Baptist, Calvinist, whatever it is, Reformist, whatever, you can be very zealous inside of your denomination. And for me, I've said this a couple times, and P, you in off stream conversations, you've helped me navigate this in a bit. But you grow up sometimes with these things, these notions, cultural things, a lot of man-made things that are sometimes embedded inside of a denomination, and you have to wrestle with it. Um, lately, though, this is personal for me. Lately, and actually not lately, it's a bad word. Past couple years or more, I've frustrated a lot with the truth being black and white. Okay, um, because black and white is very easy for me to digest. I want things to be black and white. The gray areas make me uncomfortable. I want to have the answer. I want it to be locked down. I want it to be written in stone.
Hmm. Yeah.
And as I've walked that out, it's made me uncomfortable in a good way. But also, again, going back to refocusing, I do feel, and I feel like sometimes, a lot of times, that commission that Christ sends us on gets convoluted with a lot of doctrine, a lot of what is right. And then you start to drift away on trying to figure out who's the right one at all times. And then it's about this knowledge and digging deep and all this other stuff. And for me, although those are important things, you can get lost in that. The same way I can get lost in conspiracy and be distracted. There's somehow a way of that happening inside of knowledge and in the scholarship of the word too. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, for sure. Pride.
And so with that, I always felt like because I have this evangelistic heart, and I'm saying that because I feel like I have an evangelist. I don't want to label myself, but I feel like I'm always like so focused on like bringing the lost in. We have to bring the lost in. I can't get lost in the doctrines in which denomination has this right and that right, and this is not biblical and that's biblical. Then they're fighting each other. Then they quarrel between their own denominations. They have leaders of the court. It's just like, for me, that's exhausting to me. And
It can
so,
be exhausting, but also you're
mm,
leaving a bad taste and it could hurt others. Not that it's bad to wrestle with theology, and it's not bad
right,
to like
those things are important.
right. They are important. They take there's a certain time and place for them, but it
Right,
shouldn't take precedence over
the
just a
mission.
basic 101 commission. Go out, preach the gospel to the lost. Like
Mm,
that's like the people around us. And it's not to condemn anybody.
no,
It's a matter of like, yo, imagine like sometimes we overcomplicate it. Like maybe I don't have this answer yet, God. But all I have to
mhm,
do is I know when I'm helping somebody come from darkness to light, and God is allowing me and using me, because He wants to. It's not like because of anything within me. It's in spite of me. Like, yo, I get to be a part of that process. And all God is saying is like, I just want workers. I want people out there. Imagine how much more fulfillment we'll have. Like when somebody's out there and like, yo, if it wasn't for this person, I would still be lost in the world. And
right,
and maybe some people haven't suffered in the world, like where I come from, how I grew up, I was
mhm,
lost. Like I was deep in there. So I know like the struggles and the pains of being consumed by darkness. And it's
right,
like, I don't want nobody suffering that. And so to be able to just like, wow, God, you would want me. And even though I don't deserve it, even though I should be the last person talking to anybody, you would allow me to be used to help someone understand who you are and what you've done, God. Amazing. And then you see that transformation in their lives. It's like, it's nothing better, man. It's nothing better.
yeah. The call is to love your neighbor. And what more, how deeper can you love your neighbor than worry about their eternal destination, where they're going, right? I feel like a lot of times we can lose track, or the church can somehow be a bad representation of that love and it being unconditional, right, on somebody, where it's like, man, I can just think about it like an unbeliever coming into a conversation between two mature Christians that've been in it, but they're quarreling about something, very specific in the Bible, and it's like, unbelievers like, y'all don't even got this figured out. Y'all tripping. You know what I'm saying? Or rules, legal things that sometimes can erupt inside the church. How that can lead people astray. It's tough, man.
Right. And
It
we're not
happens a
preaching
lot,
like lawlessness. Like it's like
right?
again, there's place for all these things. But man, when we start stressing like our bills, our houses, or all these things that are temporary,
Right.
that's the craziest part over the loss. Like, how is someone gonna see me? Or how is someone gonna perceive me? How is my pastor gonna, or you know what I'm saying? How's this if you're a pastor, how's this other church gonna see me? Or what boxes am I trying to check off versus like, yo,
Mhm.
just the simplicity of what this is all about. This whole world is going away, it's vanishing,
Good point.
and we're just trying to bring in as many as we can before that final horn blows. Like
Right.
that's it. It's super simple. And then if we start living like that, that's where it's like we're seeking the kingdom of God first, right? We're not storing our treasures on in earthly things. Like we start thinking for eternity. Like that's where our mindset goes. And then as mature Christians, it's like, oh, I don't have to still be like, yeah, like we're gonna have worries and stresses and little things, but it's in the shadow of like the big
Grand
picture,
picture.
right?
Yeah.
The big picture of everything. Like,
Yeah, I would like to just, like, dwell on that for a little bit. Just kinda like the finality of when the time is spent here on this side of eternity. There's so much that is not gonna matter, and there's only one thing that matters.
None of it matters.
If I can try to put it as black and white as I could ever, the quarreling, the unforgiveness that sometimes we struggle with, like all these things, the bills, when the Bible says, don't even the birds in the sky are eating. Why are you worried? Like all these things, even the oncoming and state of suffering that we're in, right? Like that's something to ponder and wonder on. And in the beginning of the stream of the topic, what you were saying is like that whole wonder of like, as you become a Christian, as you keep going and you keep enduring and you keep maturing, like that first love, the wonder starts to fade, and you're trying to bring it back. And oftentimes, not to be funny, but like even in like a vacation, you can kind of like be in awe and wonder of God's like creation. And it's a reminder. I'm there and I'm in that place, I'm taking it in, I'm here. And it's like, man, God, all this is you. How often we can forget about God's wonder. Eh, let me do one better here. In the book of Exodus,
Mm, love that.
Moses Moses is a pharaoh, right? And we all know how he got to become a pharaoh, right? He knows everything and has probably seen everything. They were the most prideful, the most richest of them all. Moses seen everything, and then he goes and he walks out and he looks out into the distance and he's marveled at something that is not natural, and he knows it. He looks over at a bush that seemed to be on fire, but it was not consuming itself. The fire wasn't consuming itself. He knew because he's seen so many things. He knows. He's seen the trickery of the Pharisees and all the little tricks that they can do. But he sees this bush and something is pulling him. Like there's something wondrous about this bush that is on fire, but it's not consuming itself. The wonder pulls him in. I got to go check it out. And he goes, and in that wonder, God calls him, and he calls him by name. How many people, hear me, how many people are walking past that bush in their life?
Mm.
Oh, that's just another burning bush. You know what I mean? And the wonder no longer grabs them.
I would dare to say also, like, a lot of people might think that they're not worthy of that bush. Sure, there's a lot of people out there struggling, thinking like, I'm just not worthy of it, or I don't know enough, or I don't deserve it, because the church has become so
Mm.
focused on the works. Like, well, I gotta hit these marks.
Peak holiness.
Peak. Yeah, I gotta be the holiest of holiest to even go out there. And it's like, yo, it's impossible. Like, yeah, you want to strive for holiness. Yeah, if you're like a pastor, a shepherd, you have a certain higher responsibility to be
Mm.
into them to that ministry. But to just be where we're at, to like just be used and to just like talk to somebody at work or on the street or whatever, to like present the gospel, like, man, the beauty in that, like the satisfaction in that. I feel like a lot of us don't feel worthy. Like, yo, who am I? Who am I to say whatever? Or what is it?
Right.
Or I'm still struggling with all these other things. It's like we have this idea of perfectionism that we have to be so perfect sometimes. Sometimes, not always, but some of us do struggle with that. And it's like we gotta finally let go. And like we're never gonna be perfect. Christ alone is perfect. Our perfection is found in him. That's the whole point. He doesn't want us to boast and brag about ourselves or to like be like, yeah, I earned that. I earned that. As soon as we start thinking like, look how great I'm walking with God or whatever, you're starting to boast. You're starting to brag a little of how good you are. And it's like, not Paul says, not one of our works is good. The best of our things that we could do is dirty.
Yep.
It's filthy, like Christ alone. That's what the word Christ alone. Nothing to do with us. Christ alone.
Yep.
He is our good works. He is our salvation. And that takes off so much pressure off. So, oh man, it's just by Christ. And again, all this earth is passing by. Look how quick time is going by. Like, look how
Right.
fast everything, like people aging out fast, like as you get older. you realize, oh man, this time on earth is real little. Because when you're 20, it's different. When you're 20, 30 feels so far away, 30 years old. That feels like a, you know what I'm saying? Once you start hitting 30 and 35 comes and then 38 and like, yo, like, oh man, if I'm already gonna be 40, 60's right around the corner or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You start to realize nothing on bro, this earth goes by so fast, our time here on earth.
It's true.
None of it is worthy. None of it is worth it. It's all passing. Nothing, we shouldn't stress it as much as we do. We should continue to have faith, trust. That doesn't mean like we just sit on our butts. We still work, we still strive. When I'm having troubles with bills and finances, I'm stressed. Like it's not to say that we don't stress. You know what I
Right.
mean? But ultimately at the end of the day, it's like, all right, how do I leave that stress, go back into trusting God and to understand like at the end of the day, all this is gonna pass. All this is gonna go away too. God continue to use me. If that becomes our prayer, God continue to use me for the lost. Some way, whether it's a message or whatever, like, or we're helping missionaries or however God calls us, because it could look different for
Mhm.
everybody, but we all have something that we could use for the kingdom. Like that's what God's the the harvest is plentiful. The people out there, there's a lot. There's a lot. I just need more people to come out and actually plow the ground. Actually
Mhm.
come out and put yourself out there. Actually challenge yourself and become more approachable, learn how to communicate better, learn how to build relationships with strangers, or you know what I'm saying, use that as a gift. Because then what ultimately happens is you start building real friendships, also other friendships that you might um need, right? It's necessary in life. We're not meant to be alone. We're meant to be
Mhm.
part of communities. And then that could ultimately, for some people have too many friendships. You know what I'm saying? Some people is like, I can't have enough friends. Like, awesome, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Some
But you can
friends we
still
need to
help.
cut off for sure.
Some friends you need to cut off, right? Everybody's looks different. It's not like a blanketed statement. Like it's covered, but there's people who don't ever, maybe hang on to one or two or three friends or whatever. And it's like, but there's so many lost people who might need your wisdom. You might feel like you're not worthy or you don't have something to offer, but you do. Like, and if you're using it for God's kingdom and for God's glory, He's the one putting the words in your mouth. He's the one giving you the idea. Now we're talking a whole different spectrum of fulfillment, a whole different spectrum of. I always use the analogy to my kids like, think of a fish outside of water. Anything else
Yeah.
that we're doing that's not that, a lot of it is our own wants, our own desires. And when we're focused on the kingdom, putting the kingdom of God, seek the kingdom of God first, right? And working the harvest, like that's what we were built for. Like we're fish in the water now. We're not out on land struggling to breathe. We're doing what we were created for. And that's when we start having that fulfillment, that satisfaction, that like, oh, less stress, more fulfillment. I don't know.
Yeah, I think about just to go back to the burning bush, I think about Moses who said he's like, I'm not qualified. Like you calling me?
I murdered an Egyptian
I can't speak.
and I
Y-
can't speak.
The
I'm a
God
murderer and
of
can't speak. Yeah.
the God of the universe is calling me. I'm not. You got it wrong. I'm not. I'm not the one. I'm not the one you're looking for. Um, a lot of times when I view the Bible, I do view it like that burning bush, and that's a personal one to me because it is a book of wonder. It's a book of it's a book that's calling everybody's name and called my name, and you can. Many people are walking by this burning bush. They don't see it. They don't hear it. They're ignoring it. Um, but it's definitely a call to wonder. And sometimes I think life has a way of kind of like, yeah, making you lose focus or that wonder starts to fade. And we do need to often be brought back to the first love and be reignited. Because I heard something a while ago that actually moved me greatly. I probably mentioned this before, but it was my pastor said it. He said, God God only sends so many burning bushes, and then he's not going to send any more. He's only going to call you so many times, and then as you don't answer, he's not going to. I don't know if that's theologically correct,
Right,
but
right.
it definitely felt scary for me because at one point in my life, I knew and I felt a call and I ignored it. But when he said that, I'm like, because, my heart is that I do want, I always wanted to be a servant for Christ. I always wanted to be. But man, how the flesh how the enemy has his ways. And so, you know, that drifting away, man, it's dangerous.
I'm gonna put this up because I like what you said. I'm looking this up real quick. But it's
It's
a scary
dangerous.
thought, and I think theologically there could be some issues with just saying like he will eventually stop sending burning bushes.
I felt
But
like
but
10
also at the
burning bushes
same
at
time,
that time in my life was sent.
and you were ignoring all of them.
And then like when he said that, I'm like, I ignored all of them. I'm like,
That's funny.
I don't want God to turn his back on me. You know what I mean? It's kind of like
But
what my
there's
personal.
this scripture. Oh, this blue. Hold up. Cool. Hebrews 3:12 and 13 warns believers not to develop a unbelieving heart. It says sin is deceitful and can harden you over time.
Yes.
Urges daily encouragement. So there's a
Yes.
part where like the Bible is talking about the more we ignore that voice, it does get a little bit lower.
Mhm.
And so that is something that they warn us about. Now, can God overcome that? You know what I'm saying?
For
And become
sure.
louder or like push-ups too? Like I think, at least in my life, like thank God is always like, but it's not to like God is always relentless with me. But it's not to get comfortable and be like, well, God's just gotta keep pushing me through. Like that's not the idea. I think when you get into that heart of it, that's when it becomes bad. Um,
It's almost for me, it was almost as if like him pulling himself away from me. Just the thought of that. I'm not saying he does that. Just the thought of
right,
him pulling
scary.
himself away from me once and for all frightened me. And but in the most healthiest way I could ever put it.
Right, right. It's good.
It's the most healthy way is like I can't imagine like him never calling me again. Like what?
That's
Everybody
a
in this life is seeking purpose. And I found purpose in nothing else
there's
except when I
nothing
answered
else you
that
could
call.
find purpose in.
Right.
If you're his, that's the
My
whole
pur-
point. That's
my
that fish
purpose
out of
was
water.
leaving me
The
and it
whole
frightened
time
me.
is right. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a good scare. And I think God uses that. And it's a great thought to really dwell on every once in a while, every day, even like, yo, I there's nowhere else I belong besides in his presence.
Mhm.
Like if I could be in his presence, like if I lose that, if I risk something doing something stupid, to like I already know. That's a good thing too. Like when you've been in the faith for a long time, you've messed up. I'm just
Yeah.
like, ain't none of us been perfect. And you know when you mess up and you lose God and that connection and that relationship is like, oh, we got to start working to rebuild it or whatever. It's a terrible feeling, man.
Yeah.
So it's a great reminder to always have that consistently in the front of our mind to be like, I can't lose this. Like, I do want to stay close to God. You know what I'm saying? Whatever else doesn't compare. Like, there's nothing that's there's
Nothing, man.
nothing worth losing it. Nothing.
Um, Hey,
Yeah,
Taryn
man.
says he'll send personal messages through the Spirit and worldwide messages through prophets. And I,
What was
it,
that? I'm lost. Is that on YouTube? Hold on. I lost my.
yeah, it's on
Go
YouTube.
ahead.
See it?
Talk. I was using the StreamYard chat, but
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it
let
popped
me
up.
do the pop up.
Somebody came in the chat, said he'll send personal messages through the Spirit and worldwide messages through the prophets. Now, it's interesting, man. I always feel that, God, just how God communicates with us in all the various forms that he does communicate to our hearts. Like, it's always like the most least expected way that he speaks to you, man. Oftentimes he's done it with my kids. I've said that on stream. He's done it with my kids, just like certain lessons as a father. Like I hear my father speak through me through certain things, um, messages, music, definitely the word. And then in my place of quiet and, in my meditation and in my prayer, like just being still, like it's incredible how God can speak to us. And now that's what I'm saying, man. Like to think to think somebody can like witness such a wonder as the gospel, such a wonder as what God has done for us, as what the creator has done for us, and to be able to just ignore that. Um, that's tough.
Yeah.
Um, that's a tough one. But I did
I think
did you
Hater and what
agree?
he's talking about prophets, I think he's talking about like Joseph Smith because he's mentioned the Book of Mormon. So
Mhm,
I don't
mhm.
go too much in apologetics as far as the Mormon
Right.
side. I don't know a lot, but I know enough to, encourage you, Hater, and look up some good apologists on that topic. There's a lot of videos out there. I feel like a Joseph Smith is a false prophet that can misguide you. From my studying, again, I can't. My studying isn't enough to like really have a whole convo back and forth on it. I wish it
Mhm.
was. Um, but yeah, that's all I can really say about it.
Yeah.
But God is good, bro.
The
God is good,
drifting,
man.
man.
The drifting. I think the the cars brought a few people in. Dope. I'm gonna start putting drifting cars on every stream, bro.
You're a
That's
clickbait
it.
specialist.
How do we combine Fast and the Furious to our titles for streams?
Put Paul Walker up next time.
Nah, nah, nah. The the fasting and the furious.
The Fasting and the Furious.
Let's go.
Wow.
Let's go.
We've become one of those channels. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's funny. Nah, but Matt loves you either way. You know what I'm saying? And if that's where you believe at, you know what I'm saying? My prayer is always, for enlightenment and open the eyes. Yo, Ish. Ish is in the chat. Can we get some horns? I don't know if
Let's
was that up? I
go.
forgot.
He's here.
My
He's
head's up.
here. He brought the
He's
squad.
here, bro. I'm praying for you, man. Hope you're doing well.
How's he doing?
I'm not putting his business out or anything,
Okay,
but just
okay.
know
We're
we're
praying
praying
for
for
you,
you.
brother. Amen.
I texted him earlier. I don't know if he saw it or not.
We're gonna have to link up
Welcome,
again.
bro.
We gotta link up with Ish.
I didn't see him earlier, so I'm like, but I know, you know what I'm saying? He's doing what he's doing, so I'm glad to see him on. It's dope. It's dope. But
But
yeah,
what's up,
man,
man? What's going on
nothing,
with
bro.
you, bro?
Fasting and the Furious. You already know. That's God
Fasting and
telling
the
me start
Furious.
fasting. Let's do it.
How's
Yeah, man. Working, bro. Busy.
how's
You already
ministry
know.
been? Anything interesting on that front?
So ministry right now, since I started going to um maybe like a month ago, 2 months ago, joined like a media ministry.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
media, like production, like film production ministry, which is dope. It's like right up my alley. I love filming,
Mm,
camera, cinema, all that. So right now there's like they do 4 semesters, I guess, before you get into things where they're like teaching you the ins and outs, lighting, angles, all that dope stuff.
cool.
So that's been good. That's been good, man. And you go with a group, the same kind of group that you're always with. So you kind of get to build relationships in the church and take it one day at a time. I've been to like 2 or 3 right now.
Nice.
So it's every other week. So I think the whole 4 semesters is like a full year. Then you get that. So that's been dope, man.
Awesome.
Other than that, I've been doing a live stream with you. You know what I'm saying? Studying on my own, doing all these other things, working, man. Work has got me so busy. But it's a
Busy
blessing, man.
man.
It's a different season. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Always doing something, man. Trying to do my own businesses on top of working and doing everything else.
Where's all the time needed for these things? We're running out of time, P. I
Right.
feel it.
That's why I
Well,
be on it.
why is it that when we're younger, the summers felt like a year long?
I
You know,
wish
when
I
you was
knew,
young, he's
man.
like, "Yo, I can't wait for summer." I was like, "Yo,
Probably because you were
school
less
never gets
busy.
back."
Because you weren't doing everything. You didn't have all the bills on, putting pressure on you. And
Sheesh.
yeah, my wife said I don't sleep, literally. That's
Yeah.
my biggest issue. I'm trying to balance it where I got to start putting my health first because I am not sleeping a lot.
Mm.
Trying because I don't have enough time to do everything that I'm trying to do. So God help me with that. But then I'm like, psh, then I'm not as effective. Like there's times when I do get sleep, when it catches up to me, I think like every like 5, 6 days or something, where like, babe, I gotta go to sleep at 7. Like I'll just like knock out. But then that next day, my brain is fresh and it's like productive.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could probably do more. I could probably be more effective by getting more sleep and
Yeah.
doing and being smarter or at least more alert in the least amount of hours compared to when I'm like stretched thin in a lot of hours trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I could probably be
Yeah.
more effective.
That
That's
rest is biblical, bro.
I know. I'm
That's a
trying.
biblical
Trying,
rest.
God, I'm trying.
We need the rest.
Yeah, bro, but it's
So,
hard because I got 2 teenagers. I
yeah.
got an 11-year-old wife. I got the live stream. I'm trying to do the new ministry at church. Trying to do. I got a business and then still do 2 different jobs. I got 2 jobs too, so it's wild, man. Like I don't have. I have to like.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm trying to work 18 hours, bro. Like
What
it's
keeps you
wild.
up more? Is it what you have to do, what you're doing? Is it your mind not turning off? Is it you feel deeper than that? Like what do you feel? If you can pinpoint it, I know it's hard to, but
It's hard because I'm trying to like be a good dad, so I gotta
stresses
stop
on
and I
that.
gotta cook or I gotta sit with the kids and talk to them for an hour. But that hour, you know what I'm saying? Now I gotta figure out how to catch back up
Mhm.
on this job or this thing or this project that I'm working on. Still have
Yeah,
time for this thing. You know what I mean? It's a lot. So
it's
it's
a
like
lot, bro.
I
It's a
think
lot.
it's just like anxiety might keep me up thinking all that, but also just like the mind doesn't shut off. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Good luck with
Cuzzo
your
from the Bronx,
chin.
BX in the house.
Good luck with the chin, Isaac. Ask your oldest brother and sister who I be, cousin from the
Cuzzo from the
Bronx.
Bronx. What up, Cuzzo? Who's Cuzzo? The Bronx. Where you at? East Burnside?
We're from Fordham and Jerome West 184. If that's where we came
Fordham,
from.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've been out there. So I stayed out in the Bronx for like 2 months. Ninth grade, I had family out there. So I went for a whole summer and I was just out there a whole 2 months just chilling. It was dope, man.
Yeah. I'm not sure
Crazy.
what this
Different
is.
world.
I'm not sure
Different
this is.
world. And I'm coming from Florida and it's summertime and I remember my first day driving down the Bronx, all
Yeah.
these fire hydrants, everybody
Yeah.
playing with like cups and like water balloons being thrown from the top of buildings. I'm like, yo, I'm in another
We
world.
love the water
Like,
balloons.
yeah, fire.
I don't
It
know
was
if this
good. It
is
was a good time.
family Cuzzo or if it's Cuzzo because they had a close relationship with our family in the Bronx. So I don't know by the name who that is, but what's up? Ask Bob and
You
Rose.
gotta ask, bro.
Yeah. If they're
Gotta
on
ask.
here, they answer for me. I don't know if they're on here today.
Yeah,
But
if
what's
not, you
up?
ask. Welcome, man. Welcome to the
God
stream.
bless you. Whoever
Amen.
you are.
Amen. Well,
It's so crazy. You mentioned those fire hydrants, bro. I think about those fire hydrants randomly in my life. There wasn't
yeah.
a day that I didn't go by where somebody cracked a fire hydrant and these kids just playing. And now that I look back, I think how crazy that is, how dangerous that is.
So where I walk when I was driving by, right, they had cups. And so
Uh-huh.
while the cars were driving, they were like controlling the stream to hit the cars.
Yeah.
Shh. So we like,
That's
yo, and I'm like
true.
enjoying it, loving it. Well, and
Yeah.
then you like dying for a whole summer with like no AC, just one room has
Yeah.
AC. And that's the first time I remember going up to a building and the elevator just being like some cringy door. It's like I'm used to
Mm,
Florida, Orlando, like doors are
yeah.
nice. You know, you're in
Yeah.
like a nice little box. This was like,
WD-40,
yeah.
WD-40 up.
You just walk in a box, like, all right, this is taking me up. I guess we're going up. But after a
Yeah.
while, you're there for a month. It's just like you're just used to it. You're not even thinking about it no more.
It's crazy, man. The nostalgia around that is wild.
Crazy, bro.
I was young
Crazy.
when I left New York, man, but it is wild because like I don't know nothing else now, and I'm Floridian, but those memories back in the days, like I can't imagine myself living there now. Like I can't. Like I'm so not. This is not taking shots in New York, but I'm so happy my father moved when he did because I don't think in my heart I was a city kid that was ready for that. You know, you adjust and you adapt. You are where you live, right? But For me, like I'm connected with Florida. Like I'm the tropical guy. I love everything about it. You know what I mean?
My thing was the opposite. I feel like I've always been a city kid,
Mm.
and they took me out of it young. Like I tell you, like in
Oh.
Jersey, like I was just from kid. And what's crazy when I was in Jersey, young, running around, it was no different than before that. I was in PR, and in
Mm.
PR, you're just like you don't even have shoes out, and you know what I'm saying. You're running around. I'm buying. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
I was those first 4 years of my life, whatever, was just always out and about running as a kid, like the little baby kids out there. And then he brought me to Florida, and there's like there's no neighbors, no nothing, just grass, acres.
Quiet retirement
I was just
place.
climbing trees. I was like, you know what I'm saying, get into the woods,
It's true.
um, doing
It's
stuff like
different.
that.
Feels
BB
different.
guns. You start, yeah, it's another world. It's
BB
more,
guns. You
yeah,
mentioned the BB guns. Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. But yeah, man.
It's wild, man.
Uh,
Always,
God kept
always.
me out of that, I think. That's what I wanted to
Yeah.
say. If I would
Oh,
have
me
been in the
too.
city, I probably would have been wild.
Oh, me too.
You know, crazy.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think that's what I'm most grateful for. Just like I was talking, I mentioned it with Ish, like being around so many people, man, all the time. That's just like stress me out sometimes.
It stresses you out? You get social
Stress me out.
anxiety? Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's normal though, I think.
even on the cruise, like I'm not trying to be in the crowd. I'm trying to be outside of it, you know?
You just wanna enjoy other
Yeah,
people
like
having
it's
a good
cool to
time.
see from afar, but
Right,
like
right, that's
when
fun.
things get tense, I'm like, let me hurry up and get to where I need to go to because I don't want to be here for too long.
Gotta get out of here. Yeah.
But yeah.
That's dope, man.
But yeah, man. I want to go to Key West for
Key
4th of
West, that's a
July.
drive, man.
4th of
That's a drive. The
July.
only reason I don't like Key West, if you're driving,
It's a
is
lot.
because you have to take that one bridge.
That bridge. Yeah, everybody
And it's
talks
like
about that bridge.
once you're going, like there's no turning around till you're at the end of that bridge, and that's like a 2-hour bridge or something. Might be an hour. I might be exaggerating.
Yeah.
But it's a drive, bro. So when
The
I
thing
think about
is,
that, I
it
don't like being in the
suffers.
car
It's suffering.
long, 3-hour max, 4 hour.
Yeah.
Even though when we went to, so we went to the Panhandle, like I was telling you, what's it called?
Hmm.
Panama City Beach out there. It was during like a level 5 hurricane. I forgot which one was coming through, but I had just had Addison. And the projections had it like coming through. So I'm just like, you know what? We'll just go slide up. It was like all Miami had to evacuate, like they were under evacuation, all this other stuff.
Wow.
I'm like, let me just drive up. It was like an 8-hour drive, but it didn't feel bad at that time. So I don't know if it was because I'm like, let me just make sure I didn't want to be without power. You know what I mean? With the baby being born. So I was like, I'd rather just like go far and then not even have to have like concerned about like I've been at the end of bad hurricanes where like the next 2 days you're stuck without power, you're
Oh, it's the
picking up
worst.
all these things, you know what I'm saying? But it's
Worst.
crazy because then the hurricane ended up not hitting Florida the way it was supposed to, and it started going up to the Panhandle where we had
Yeah.
drove to, which is
Yeah.
wild. We're like, nah, this is crazy. Should just stay
No,
home.
it's true.
Yeah.
Now, for me, the Key West thing is exciting because once you get through all that driving, the fishing, bro, 'cause I'm a fisherman. The
You fish? I
fishing
didn't
is
know that.
automatic. Like, it's automatic, P. I went out there one time and somebody had a pontoon boat. We had a family friend, pontoon boat, and bro, he just like, yo, you ready to go? We go. Takes us just to one spot. He's like, send it. And I'm like, bro, when the confidence he said, just send it, like, is so strange to me. Because out here in Florida, like, you gotta play the tides, the moon phases, the bay. You gotta do like, yo, you gotta know what to do, where to go.
People have apps that tell them the
Right.
waves, the
It gets
weather, like,
technical,
it's
bro.
dope because it's
And
safe too, because you don't wanna just get lost and see it the wrong time.
but people back away from it. Like new fishermen, they back away from it. Some people like to hunt for sure. Like, but some people like, oh, this is boring. I go out here. I've been out here 10 times. I never get anything. That's how it is.
Once
Like
you know a
intercoastal
spot,
sometimes.
yeah.
If you don't have a boat, bro, over there, bro, just send it.
They catch
Bang.
'em. Yeah,
Last time I went, bro, I'm in a row, bro.
that's dope.
10 shrimp, 10 fish. That's how it was. You
Oh,
send
god.
10 shrimp, 10 fish. And what was cool was that I wasn't under the
I
bridge
thought
one.
you only caught 10 shrimp. I'm like, "Bro, you
No,
could
no,
just
no.
went
We use the
public
shrimp as bait.
get
Yeah,
that
yeah,
20 pack jumbo, dog."
So
I'm
we were pulling
sorry.
up
You
yellowtail
hyped for 10
jacks.
shrimp. Okay.
We put yellowtails, and one time, because when you reeling them in, they look like wounded fish. So one time I was reeling in the fish, and I'm looking, and behind it was a monster. P, I'm talking about a monster,
Mm.
bro, frightened me. A Goliath grouper with a mouth
Yeah,
that's like
yeah,
this
a
was
big one.
trying to snag the fish that I was trying to reel in, and I yanked the fish out of his mouth. I said, "Oh!" In my and then
Oh,
another time, I think I actually hooked him, and my line snapped immediately because those fish are like
yeah, yeah,
200,
yeah.
300 pounds, crazy.
Easy. Yeah, you
But
need the
the
right.
the best fishing ever was out there. So I mean, me and my buddies talked about it. You know, we have a buddy, my buddy Joe. He blesses us sometimes with his boat, and
Is there any
we go
spots
fishing.
around here, man? You know, I got a confession, bro.
Uh,
So I grew up and my pops every once in a blue would take us fishing. He liked fishing.
yeah.
But I've never taken my boys fishing, man.
Yeah,
They've
so
never gone.
so I will say saltwater and freshwater to me are 2 different worlds.
Right. You got
It's
bass and
weird to say,
fresh
right?
in the lakes and yeah,
There's different
you don't use
techniques.
shrimp for there. You need like
Correct.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're playing a type of species with the bass, like you're trying to jig a
Right,
fake
right,
bait to make it look artificial. There's a whole thing with that.
right.
And then there's different types of casters and reels. But like saltwater is the fun, it's the best for the kids because like the kids can go out there and just drop whatever bait in there. And you know, you can fool around and they get something, you know what I mean? And
They
enjoy
wanna
that whole
go.
experience.
Yeah, my wife is right. They're dying to go, man. I
Yeah.
gotta take them somewhere. I just don't know where. I'm not a
Yeah.
fisher like that. I never enjoyed it as much because
Uh,
when we would go, it'd be like 3
yeah.
hours and all I caught was like a cold and a couple mosquito bites. You know what
You
I'm
said
saying?
it cold.
That's all I caught. That was
That's
it.
true. That
Holy.
happens. And that's not just you. That's
It was
even
always like the
experience.
Tampa Bridge that we would go. I'm like, "Why are we
Yeah.
still going here?" Like, we never catch and if we did catch it, it's like a catfish. Can't
Yeah.
keep it. You throw
Yeah.
it back.
And catfish are hard to get off the line because they have barbs too. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but the thing is, like, I used to do a lot of intercoastal fishing, and I will say that it's the most hit or miss thing. So I don't know. You know, you've been to New Smyrna?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So there's
Where the
jetties,
sharks are.
right? There's a rock with the sharks. You said where the sharks at?
That's where the sharks
That's true.
have
There's a
a
capital.
little bar.
The Sharks
Little
capital, right?
yeah, yeah.
But at the end of like where before it turns into a dog park, there's a jetties there, New Smyrna jetties, right? And the
Mhm.
jetties are basically, man-made rock structure, right, that goes out into the water. But these rocks are massive stones, bro. And then
Right,
they have corals, or not corals, but what's that called? Barnacles that grow on it, right?
right.
And so it's the most, bro. When I've been doing this since I was a kid. It, you have to jump these rocks, and sometimes the gaps are dangerous because it could be wet because waves splashed up on there, and then you're jumping, and if you can slip and fall, bro.
Those will
But people
cut you
who,
up,
bro, cut
and
you up.
there's,
You
like,
fall
hooks
down there,
there, there's, like, wires. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
bro.
There's
You
all
fall
that.
down there, it's a nightmare, right? I
Yeah.
never fell, but bro, my fears and anxieties were level 10. But once you get all the way to the end, you're out there in the water and you go out in there and fish. But I've been in those jetties, bro. I'm telling you about 100 times. And no matter what, you can get one good day of fishing out there, bro. Everybody's hitting. Everybody's like, yo, they're bringing in monsters. Like everybody's hitting. And
No,
then
that
nothing.
yeah.
You go 4 times and there's nothing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's just the nature of fishing. So there's different types of enjoyments of fishing, right? There's the enjoyment when you're catching and reeling and you're fighting, but then there's the experience of fishing where
Right,
you're
just
just out
chilling, hanging out, good time.
talking.
If you get a little
Oh,
right.
yeah. So that's first the mentality you have to mend in your head. You have to enjoy both because if you don't know how to enjoy both, you're gonna have a miserable time. I didn't catch nothing, never catch nothing. We ain't never going out there again. But I
Right.
will say, if money allowed, the best bet to have a good fishing experience is either a private charter or one of the deep sea boats. They hunt.
Mhm.
They know how to hunt. That's their business. That's how they get their money. So they have their spots. Deep sea is a little bit different. There's no like technique to it. You kind of just drop the bait, go straight down the water. You reel something up. If it's big enough or whatever, they'll throw it in the cooler for you if that's something you want. Then some of those boats will have like a what's that called? Like a pot where so like the biggest fish they get
Mm.
this pot of money or whatever. I don't know how it
Right, right,
works, but
right. Yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen that. And there's some insane fish that people pull up. So that's cool too. So other different avenues of fishing. Intercoastal fishing, like the coastline fishing, bro, is tough. It like if I say, yo, P, let's go out there, I can't promise you a great experience. I'm gonna be like, yo, P, I'm gonna be honest, like we might hit nothing. And
Right,
that's
for
just the
sure. I
way.
know. Oh, I know.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I grew up
So
and there ain't nothing over there. out there.
She said she's
But
gonna go out with her invisible husband.
hey, well, you got to introduce him to us first.
This is Casper.
Yo, you gave a Casper. That's wild.
Who else is
That's
invisible? I didn't
hilarious.
know who else to think.
No, that's great. I think that's a great shout out. Congratulations, Casper and Esther. That's funny. That's great.
But yeah, I
But
love
nah,
fishing,
yeah.
man. But I
I
am the
gotta take
type
the
of
kids. I
fisherman that
gotta take
enjoys
the kids,
everything.
man.
I enjoy all of it. I
Let's
go out
go,
there, I
man.
don't
Let's
catch
do it.
none of them, but that's cool.
We
But
gotta figure
Key
it out.
West is like it's on, bro. And
But
that's
that's a
why
drive. What is that? 5, 6 hours?
Yeah.
7 hours? Something
yeah,
like that.
everybody pitches in money. We know what we're in for. We know we're in for the long ride. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't know. It was just something the guys talked about. I hope it comes together. If Joe's on here, sometimes Joe pops in. Joe, you out there, bro? Joe's out there sometimes.
That's cool, man. And he's the one that knows the spots. He's the one that runs it.
He just has the boat, so he kind of
Okay.
navigates and does his own thing. But the other time I went out to Key West, the gentleman had his go-to spots, which was cool. It just takes the guessing out of it, and it's all experience. You know, it's
Just
like all
fun,
you're into
yeah.
and everything.
That's dope. They used to do in the lake. I think it was Blanchard Park out there where they would have like a fishing day. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm. I
And they put
think
all these
so.
fish out there, like in the.
Oh,
And people are pulling them up, and whoever gets the biggest one gets a medal or
cool.
something. Yeah.
There's a buddy of mine who his cousin actually has a Instagram where he does fly fishing. I believe it's fly fishing. Yeah, that's a different technique on its own, bro. I couldn't even explain to you how they do it. Very special reel, a technique where they're whipping the line, I believe, and then you know, it's just I've never done it, but I think it's the most technical type of fishing that there is. And he
You know what's
pulls out
wild?
trout and beautiful color fish. It's real cool.
Talking about it now and like, oh man, this is what we're kind of talking about with being focused on the loss, where God calls us to be fishermen.
Fishermen.
And now I'm hearing you talking like, oh wait, there's different strategies for like
Yes.
different environments. That's crazy to think about.
When
I never
Jesus
thought
said
of
that,
it
he's
that
a
way.
beast, bro. Because
Right?
it made so much sense to me. Because at the time I heard that, I'm like, what?
Yeah, you might
If
not
you're
use shrimp
targeting
for
a type of
everybody.
right,
Yeah.
not every fish is gonna like
Right.
shrimp.
Right.
Some like the little crab. And they hook that little crabs you see on the beach. You hook that, send that. Certain type of species will hit that. Certain type of species will hit squid. Certain type of species will hit smaller minnows or a specific type of pinfish or a mullet. Like
Some of them
they're
suckers, you gotta just throw a net over and pull
yes.
them in. Forget giving them the bait.
Cast
Just
a wide net.
yeah, cast a wide net. Catch
Yeah.
it. Dope, man.
Yeah. So
Right.
the technicality of fishing resonates with fisher of man or delivering the gospel to certain people. And that's the testament to those who are in the chat. You know, you keep spitting the shrimp and they're not attracted to the shrimp. You got to find a different way to present the gospel. And that's why you have to learn the
With
species that
integrity
you're
and not
targeting. Right. For sure.
and not diminishing the gospel. We're not talking
Never.
about that. We're not
Never.
talking about watering it down, nothing like that. But
It's what avenue you take to
right.
deliver that. But it's all in truth and all in love.
Amen.
So
Amen.
yeah,
It's cool,
that's
man.
kind of like my favorite metaphor.
It
Fisher
was
of
a
man.
good one. I'm sure fish is like on the forefront of your mind after this weekend.
Oh man. So
That's
my
nice.
best friend Sean, he caught the bug. Like he was like, yo, I want to go fishing. And every time he goes fishing, bro, he was going early in the morning. Like he had it. He was gathering his gear. It was harder for me to go out there with him. You know, we're not on the same like schedule, but I'm like, yo, man, I want to be out there with you. He was like, it's all good, and I'm enjoying it. He goes to now he has this like little routine. He goes to his bait shop, grabs his shrimp. He's trying different areas out there. That's what it's about, you know. And he's
I don't ever
coming up
enjoy it
empty
that
sometimes.
much. I don't ever enjoy it that much.
Yeah, he enjoyed it.
Like it's cool for me for like a weekend, do with the kids, do with thing.
No.
And that's it. But
and he didn't know the species of the fish, right? Like he's like, I don't know what this is, but he'll take a picture of it. But now,
oh, it's dope. I know I had a boy who used
dope.
to have a truck and always had a fishing pole, and just randomly he might just like pull over and in some lake or something.
That's the best way. If I lived by water, I'd probably be that guy, 100%.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I think I'm gonna just pull over and just check it out. 30 minutes, see what you get. But like now, AI has the app where you can. First of all, it gives you all the information on the moon phases, but you can now take the picture of the fish and it'll tell you what species you got. So you're learning
how to do it, how to cook it.
Yeah.
Temperature, you need your oven on, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, by the way, there is a. I don't know if people are interested in this, but this is not anything Bible related, but I have a wild fascination because I'm a fisherman of people filleting monster fish, big boys, 200, 100-pound fish. There's this guy called the Fishmonger on YouTube, and this guy's channel is so fascinating to me, bro. He runs a
The
fishery, right?
fishmonger. Uh-huh.
Fish, I think is the fishmonger, right? And he'll go and they'll bring all these massive monsters of the ocean, bro. And he just knows. He's like 30s too, but he knows how to fillet and cut the fish up. I'm talking about giants, be
Like
bigger than
art.
my face.
Like he's an artist.
Oh, like artwork, bro. And I get
Yeah.
so mesmerized. My wife's like, "Why you always watching?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. I'm fascinated
It's
by this
like,
stuff."
why this guy always looking at this man cutting fish?
Oh, he
You,
did he
you
did
eat fish though?
giant
You eat
lobster.
fish?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I
I'm not a
definitely eat
big
fish.
fish
I'll
person,
tell
so
you what, I'm not a 100% seafood guy. I think, and people will probably roast me in the chat for those who love it, but mussels and the clams, I tried it. Not my thing. Definitely the
I'll
crabs,
pass.
lobsters, and fish guy.
Yeah.
I'll even go as far as eat the octopus, stuff like that, calamari, and all those things. But
Calamari I could eat, but that's as far as I
yeah,
go as octopus. Yeah.
yeah, definitely crab is a big one in my house. My wife loves it too. So, but yeah, man,
It was good,
yeah,
man.
you got me wanting to plan a trip, bro.
We could do it. Even if it's local. I don't care. Even if it's at Jetty Park, Coco,
That's where we
whatever.
go. That's where we go a
Yeah,
lot, Jetty
whatever.
Park.
I just want to take
Yes,
the
man.
boys, man. I want to just at least let them experience it, especially while they're still
Yeah,
at this age and they don't get too old. You know what I mean? They're
yeah,
still young enough. So
yep. Yeah, I mean, if you go midsummer,
let's
bro,
plan it,
you're gonna
man. Let's
get
plan
cooked.
it.
That
Oh, I
sun, that
know.
sun is no joke. You got to go morning time and for like a couple of hours, and that's it.
You know how I like to go to the beach though? Like,
Hmm.
and I started doing this with my wife years ago, but I've always been like this because I love the beach too. Like, my dream would be to have a beach house. Like, if I could live right on the
Ooh,
beach, I'll
yeah,
be in heaven. Like, I
yeah,
like they don't like it because the sand or whatever. Like, the sand don't bother me like that. Like,
yeah.
I'm good. Like, I'm in there. Um, but I like going to the beach. Like, we don't leave till like 4
Mm,
p.m. to get there like at 5 or 6. And then from 6 to 8, when the sun gets dark at
yeah,
8, those 2, 3 hours is all you need. It's plenty of time. It's not hot. Everything's already cooled off and it's
yes,
beautiful. Sun
yes.
setting. And then you go eat the dinner afterwards, go to
Uh,
a little restaurant or something and
we've
vibing.
we've done exactly that. Longbow Key, I believe it's called. My wife knows that she's been there, but we do the sunset, like just how you're saying. But we'll stay. We'll grab a Hilton, whatever, and we'll stay there and then enjoy the beach again the next day, the morning. But there's something about getting there and just hitting the beach at that time. It's the
So
Gulf
good.
side, and so like it's
The
just
Gulf side
perfect.
is the best.
Sun going down is beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes
man.
I even drive just to Coco at that time and then come back.
Yeah,
Even at 4, even if you get there at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 hours is
yeah,
plenty of time at the beach.
yeah. You ain't getting,
People are
you ain't
leaving.
sunburned. You ain't worried about sunburn.
You're not worrying about sunburn. The weather's perfect. Yeah, it's way better. That's the way to do
Yeah,
it.
beautiful, man. I don't know,
Everybody
man.
else keep going in the morning so that we can enjoy it. We can enjoy it at night.
Yeah. So I've started to collect a little bit of like beach gear.
Me
And
too, bro.
so
I
I
got a
did a
bunch
little
of.
bit of a vanity buy. That's not the real,
Uh-oh.
it's not the word for it, but it's something I wouldn't normally buy because it is expensive. But I saw it in action on the beach and I'm like, this thing is just too good. So it's just called a Shibumi rig, I believe it's called. Shibumi. It might be
You got like
Shibumi.
the air
I might saying it
tires.
wrong. It's this pole, right? You know those poles that have the cable in between them that you can take apart and fold it, but they're still connected, and you fold them out and then you connect them back together. It creates this long line, right? And so all you do is you feed the shade part through it, and then you stab the sand on one side, and you take the other end, you stab the sand on the other side. But you need like 4 miles per hour, at least minimal, to kind of get the shade going. But
Oh, that's interesting. Let me
it
put it
casts
up
this
on
big
chat.
shade, bro, and it sets up in like a minute. It's the best thing we've bought for the beach, bro. It's so good. Again, it was just a little pricey, but it was a quick setup. You
It's
put a little bit.
pricey. It looks like it's $5, bro.
Nah, you probably got the bootleg one.
This one?
That's the one.
That
It
looks like
looks like
half a sheet. There's only one pole. Like,
yes.
how could that be
The
pricey?
the
Give me
tech
that
on
for
that is
$10.99,
crazy.
$20.99 max.
The tech on that is crazy. I don't know if that's exactly one, but because the one I have has, like, you see at the top arch,
Did it come
there's a
with chairs and
bag.
everything? Maybe yours came with chairs?
Yeah, you can fit like 4, 5. I mean, the shade that it casts is incredible. It's insane, and it's just a quick setup and drop down, bro. It's so good. It's so good. But we get that. We get a little table that fits into the sand, beach chairs, cooler behind us, everything. We like set it up official, and
Yeah.
then it's just say it's
I got
chilling
like
all day.
3 UV umbrellas, the
I'm
chairs,
done with
the
the umbrellas, bro.
coolers.
No, I
The
have the
the, the
umbrellas
umbrellas you
backup.
gotta like they have the little like
Oh,
thing. It
you
sucks.
gotta
Yeah, I
twist
feel
it
you.
into it, bro. I
Twisted.
couldn't stand that. So what would
Yeah.
happen is, as long as we have 4-mile-an-hour winds, at least, because if you don't, it
Right.
won't cast
It's
the
just
shade, right?
right for sure.
But if the wind is
That's
good all
all
day,
you take.
I'll look at other couples and I'll offer them, or whatever fam, I'll offer them my umbrella for the time being while I'm there. Guys, we saw a family once that was just struggling with theirs, and the wind kept pushing them out. Like, I got you. I had this one extra because the wind was perfect. So boom, I hooked them up. So we like doing that too.
Bro,
Little
have you
flip
ever
around.
been trying to leave the beach because it's like a storm's about to come and
Yeah.
that wind starts hitting you and the sand
Oh,
is just
bro, that
like
front. Yeah.
woo, like
Yeah.
needles hitting your body, like destroying you. That
Yeah.
happened with us going. We just had got there. Like,
Yeah.
looks like it's about to rain. And
Yeah.
Addison, man, she had the worst time of her life. She's little, so like all the
Mm,
sand is like umbrella almost like knocked her out, flying from somebody else. It was
yo.
like what's that movie? Final Destination out there, bro. It was wild. Like literally, the umbrella like just barely like hit her, and it was like going like I don't know 10, 15
No.
miles an hour, like the
Dang.
flying, and then like she's just crying because all the sand is just hitting her. She's still
It's the
scarred. She
worst.
tells us about it, and she was like 5 at the time.
That's
Yeah,
that's there are some variables to the beach life that's tough.
yeah.
That's
And I
one.
feel
The other one that are kind of bigger, real big bummers are red tide. Have you ever heard of red tide?
yeah.
Yeah, it's a
There's like
certain algae in the water that hits that kills the fish, and it's just
all the
all
fish are
marine life is
dead.
dead. It's
Yep.
just that's horrible. But the one I can't stand other than that is the sand fleas. Sometimes some beaches have those sand fleas, bro. They
Those don't bother
bite
me
you.
as much. They bite.
No, they bite. The ones that
I
bite, I
got.
don't
I
know.
used to grab them.
I found out that I feel like some people they bite more than others, and I think it might have to do with scent or blood type or whatever. But bro,
Yeah,
if you go on the beach and there's those sand fleas, it's the worst. You're getting bit all the time. It's the worst thing ever. So
that's
there are a
funny.
couple things in the beach life that is unfortunate, but when you have a good beach day, it still trumps all that. You're like, it's all good.
You said, yeah, it definitely has massive coverage, but she was floored how much she had to pay for a flying cloth. Literally, that's why I'm
That's it.
shocked. It's literally
Okay,
I could have made that.
I'm
Yo,
telling you,
I'm about
I'm
to start a
telling.
business.
The
I
tech
got
is
another business
crazy.
idea right now.
The tech is crazy, bro. It looks simple, but it's good. It's
Flying
worth
cloth,
every penny, bro.
flyingcloths.com. Half the price.
Flyingclaws.com.
Yeah.
It was one of those buys where I'm like, should I? But then once you have it in action, it's like, this is the best thing ever. Like, you don't want nothing else. They even have other ones that people have when you put sandbags in each corner. And I'm looking at the dude setting it up, and I'm like, I feel so bad for this guy.
There's some that like we used to bring like this whole contraption that's like has the roof, the 4
Yeah.
pillars on the side. That's dope, but it's like to bring back and forth from the
If
car.
you don't nail that sucker down, a
Right.
good gust could send that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Shibumi's like, nah, I'm just gonna flap harder.
Right. Oh, that's actually true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it handles the winds no problem. Actually, the harder the winds, the better it is for it.
Right.
Crazy
Interesting.
tech.
Shaboomies.
Shibumi. Yeah, man, I love the beach life, man. You know what I mean? It's hard, thinking about moving away from Florida because of it, man. And my son Luca loves the beach, bro. He's like the movie, bro. He's like trying to go back home with it. Matter of fact, that's a funny story. We were on the Lookout K, and like he has the vest on, right? And like, it's a drop off, right? It starts to get deeper, but not so deep where I can't get to him. But like, bro, he'll go. He'll keep going, bro.
Yeah. He's his
And I'm
dad's
watching,
son. He's his
and
dad's
and
son.
and Gio gets anxiety. And Gio's like, "Oh, Dad, get him, get him!" And I'm like, "G, I guarantee you, even though he looks far, in one dive I can get him." He's like, "I said, you don't believe me?" He's like, "No, I don't believe you." I'm like, "All right, watch." So my son's far away, and in one dive, one breath, I go, and I go all the way to him, and I grab him, and I bring him back, and but he'll
Fun.
keep going, bro. He's like the sea's calling him, bro, like
Yeah, yeah,
Moana or
yeah.
something.
Moano.
And
Moano
but
Jr.
but all we played, bro, on the ship, there was nothing but movies, right? You can watch all the Disney movies, and all he wanted to watch was Luca.
I was say he must love
That's
that
his thing.
movie.
He loves
That's a
it.
great movie too, man. I
I
like
love
that
that
movie.
movie.
That
That's a
movie's
fire
dope.
movie. I love
Yeah.
the soundtrack. To me is like the best.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We had a
I'm
good
glad he
time,
likes
man.
it. I'm glad he likes it, man. I'm
P, when
glad
you're
you
in
guys had a good.
says, "When
Yeah,
you're in
when
the
blazing
blazing
heat.
heat setting up your tent, you'll think about this moment."
Where's my Shaboomy?
Yeah.
What you talking about? Think about this moment. I'm buying a Shaboomy tomorrow.
Bro,
I'm gonna be
literally,
ready.
it's like 20 seconds and I'm up and going with shade. That's how good that thing is.
Chilling. That's the best part. And you don't have to worry about the wind blowing it.
At all. So
What
good.
about like height? Like you gotta be sitting under it, right? You can't just be standing and eating dinner.
That could be modular. So if you really want it higher up, a higher arch, you just got to know that your width is going to be in
Mm,
a little bit. But I
got
really
you.
kind of adjusted to my top of my
So you
head.
have to sit and eat. Like,
Yeah, you can stand if you want. If you could just have to adjust the arch in that way. But for
got
me,
you.
I just do it. I'll stand up and I keep it above my head, and I'm like, I'm good. So if I stand up, I can stand up comfortably for where my chair is. No problem.
Don't.
Yeah, bro. Good stuff, y'all. Man, I want to go
Yep,
to the
yep,
beach again.
yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go again.
Let's go, bro. I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's set it up.
Fishermen of man. What's going on, chat? They were talking. They were clowning us. I'm just kidding.
We appreciate you guys again for letting us hit that 100.
Yeah. 100.
Hope you guys
Awesome.
enjoy your weekend. I'm done, I think. I'm cooked.
Yeah.
I'm tired. How y'all feeling? I don't know how chat's feeling. I think we covered a good ground, man.
For
Had a
sure.
nice little lesson. We talk about fishing. I'm ready to go fishing for real.
Not a flying cloth. You guys are funny. Yeah, I'm ready, bro. Thing is, you just got to do some preparation, bro. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
actually created a rig out of a cooler, Coleman cooler, that has aerators that I drilled in to the
Mm.
side, and basically to keep bait alive for a long time. And I created it. I custom made it and everything. I
When
3D printed the thing
when
with the
you
net.
fish, do you buy live bait
Oh yeah, it's just supreme.
and you have no problem putting it right into the shrimp? Things like moving
That's since I was young, bro.
easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
I there's a million ways to hook shrimp, but I found the best one that keeps it alive the best. So,
Got you. Because
yeah, a
that's gonna
lot of
give you the
people.
best results. Yeah.
Yeah, because you want it to kind of like look natural.
Right.
And
Right.
that's the
Right.
most number one thing. And so there's a way inside the shrimp, like behind his eye, you have to dodge the brain. So you have to hook him in such a way so that way he can kind of like keep swimming. Some people
Right.
hook through the tail, but it messes up their swimming. So it takes away from like the naturalness of the shrimp. So
Got you.
a lot of
There you
technical
go.
stuff.
There you go, people. That's a free one. He ain't even charge you for that one.
Yeah.
That life lesson.
I gave it up to my father and my brother. My brother's the big fisherman, man. I
Dope.
haven't touched any sizes of the fish that he's ever pulled in. He's been in there. He's been in the kayak fishing, pulling up fish to a little kayak. Like
That's dope. That's
he's
cool.
the adventurer. I wish.
Cool. There used to be, I forget which springs it is that used to take kayaks.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
Well,
Wakata
Wakata Springs has done
does
it.
the kayaks
They
or
still
whatever.
do it, I
They
think.
have like
Yeah.
little islands, and you could go like deep in them kayaks. You go
Yes.
far. Like there's
Miles.
gators and like, yeah, you out
Yeah.
there.
I've heard a couple things about those gators where they say that they feed them, so they're not
Mm,
hostile. I don't know how true that is. I mean,
yeah, I've been out there. I remember one time me and my boy went, and yeah, we went deep, but we weren't thinking like how much energy it was gonna cost or take to get
go
back
get back.
against
Yeah.
stream. Because when you're
Yeah.
going with stream, you're like, oh, this is chill.
Yeah. You're
And we're
cruising.
not kayakers, so we're just like,
Yeah.
well, let's explore. Cool, we out, man. We probably been out paddling for hours. I think we did see a couple gators in the corner hit, and all right, we gotta get back.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're already tired from just going. And bro,
Yeah.
yeah, that's where your inexperience kicks in. You're like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last thing, because you reminded me.
Yeah.
On the boat, there was a tube. It's called the aqueduct, and it goes around the whole. It's a 2-seater. It's a water tube that goes around the whole boat, bro, like this. And you just take that. It was a fun ride too. It has some
Oh,
speed to it.
Fire.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Check it
Shout out
out.
to those cruises, man.
Check it out.
Disney, you've
All right, so
captured
that's the
my
lesson
heart.
for the day, family.
You've
Get a
captured my
Disney
heart.
cruise, go fishing,
Yeah,
and focus on the loss. Easy. Easy
yeah,
3 lessons.
for
One's
sure.
more expensive than the rest, so
Yeah.
guess which
Oh,
one that
another
is.
one. I'm just
Unless
gonna go on and on.
the Disney cruise would be the most expensive, but if you're going fishing and you're buying a Shaboomi, then that's probably gonna be more expensive. Flying
Very
clothes are
much.
expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
prep that. There's like this thing in the Disney cruise lines where people kind of decorate their doors with magnets. And so of course I printed out a couple of things and we had the whole there's like a big 12-inch thing like this, the ship, and then it says Pizarro Family 2026.
Oh,
And then we put it on our door. But it was 3D printed. It looks really cool. I'll show it next time.
yeah, show it.
But
That's
yeah,
cool. That's cool, man.
it's just so many things, they come up with.
You left as just Isaac Pizarro, and now you're back as Isaac, the #1 Disney fan. Let's go.
No, cruise line.
They
Let's be
got you. They
specific.
hooked you.
Not the
The whole
park.
shrimp thing that you talking about, that's
Mm,
what they did to you on the
Not the park.
on the cruise. You're hooked, bro.
Never, bro.
In
Not
there.
the park. I'm still an Epic Universe guy.
I've never been to Epic, but I love Disney, man, for
It
sure.
was great.
Epic's
It
fire.
was great.
You gotta go.
Yeah. Epic's good.
All right,
Epic's
family. We love you guys. Enjoy your week. Think of topics for next week, whatever, trending.
We're back in
DM us
motion
throughout the
for sure.
week. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love
So
y'all.
100 subs giveaway. You heard it here first. Okay. 100 subs. We're gonna do a Kahoot, which is a competitive kind of like trivia game. And I think I'm gonna have fun with formulating those questions. It won't all be biblical. It'll be some fun ones in there. But the
When are we
winner
doing
to
it?
that, we can do a Sunday. That's easy to set up.
Sunday? All right, cool.
Yeah.
You heard it.
So
I'm
the
looking
winner to
forward to it.
that will win whatever I've come up with. I'm sure there'll be some 3D printing endeavors in there. So, but please stay tuned. Tell your family, tell your friends. It'll be a blast.
Yep. Cool.
All right, guys. God bless. Have a
God
beautiful
bless.
weekend. We'll see you next Sunday.
Adios.
Peace.